Oi, oi, oi. What do we got to do today? We got to do another daily Hercule luck thing. We got to do a little stupid Turles ticket thingy. So I already did my dailies. Give me that. How many of these tickets do I have now? I got 3. All right. So let me go do that first. I'm going to go and I'm going to exchange this for the key. Then we're going to take that and I'm going to go into the portal of memories. We got to go over here to limited. Go there. All right. I'm either going to get 1 or I'm going to get, what is it? I'm either going to get 7 ores or I'm going to get 210 ores. Since I got 210 ores the last time I did this, I will definitely be getting 7. Place your bets in the comments down below. What am I going to get? Am I going to get lucky or am I going to get unlucky? We did not get a Tanabata hint last night, much to my dismay. We could get it tonight. And if we do get it tonight, then that will be the conversation that carries for the next week until we get to the Tanabata. Yeah. There you go. See, told you. Got 210 last time. It would not be fair. I just have too much luck in other facets of the game. So I just, yeah. This was inevitable. All right, so now let's go over here. Let's go do the hull. Oh, 4 days left. Yeah. Look, I saw one of your comments. Look, I know it's very annoying to see this. And if I could change, I would. It's just, this is a thing that I used to do back in Destiny. I was a big time, before Dokkan, my previous main game was Destiny 1. I did every single mission, I did every single bounty, and if I could, I would save all of them to redeem in one fell swoop. And the satisfaction of doing that is just so much for me that I just can't pass up that opportunity. Also, because I now have this new policy where I enter the celebration with max stones, it's just easier to, it feels nice to sort of get those reinforcements right as I start the summons. Because the goal, it's never gonna happen, but the goal is to, like, theoretically finish my summons before even breaching back into the lower realm of stones. Like, if I can just stay max, that's good. By the way, for those of you wondering why I do this, my first reasoning for doing the max stone thing, wait, I didn't even get, hold on. Let me ramble after I start doing this. What the hell was our mission? Battle hardened formidable foes. So the reason, a lot of people already know this, but for those of you who just don't know and hate, you know, why I do it, I do it because, all right, let's do this. Truth, as you all may know, is a very prolific Dokkan content creator, right? And he is the biggest whale ever, at least among the creators for sure. So when it comes to trying to, you know, think of ways to have some sort of a flashy title that would, you know, compete with Truth, that was the original reasoning for why I did that. The other reason was that every time I would do a summon stream, the first 15 to 20 minutes, while everybody else is summoning, or dare I say finished summoning, my screen is blank while I buy stones. And that's just annoying. So instead of having to do all that, I'll just hit the ground running with my summons. At worst, what I do now is I'll spend a couple of minutes buying the tickets instead of having to spend 15 to 20 minutes buying the stones. If you go back to the early parts of my channel, back before I hit puberty, you guys will see for the first like 15 minutes, just a blank screen, or maybe like a Dokkan wallpaper covering, you know, whatever I'm doing so that I can get all those stones. It's annoying. The luck was still there, but it was just inconvenient. So that's why I do it. I know I have these little habits some people don't like. Believe me, if there are things that the majority of people just really don't like and I need to change, I do. Like using whale teams. Y'all seem to hate it, so I was like, all right, let's do what y'all want. No new units. That is your baby, not my baby. My baby is the power of money. By the way, I'm noticing that since this is the previous team that I used to beat this might have been a mission for something else at some point, where we had to like revisit battle hardened formidable foes, and I must have just brought the same team to clear the same event. I'm trying to remember what that was. Since we are leading up to Tanabata, I would not be surprised if we would get additional missions like this, where we're sort of like you know, walking back through the various like corners of Dokkan history, doing stuff like this. Or maybe that's what this original mission set was for. Not just to give us like tickets to summon for Turles, but to also create another reason for players while they're trying to, you know, amass tickets for Turles to sort of like learn the different aspects of the game and see how they like it, because they're going to give us a lot of it when we start Tanabata. Could be something like that. You know, I didn't quite realize how many fights there are in this one. I thought it was like 2 fights. I was planning on maybe throwing in some Spider-Man footage to fill out the video so that you know, your boy can pay rent. I don't think I'm gonna need to do that. We're already like halfway through the video, over halfway, and we're going strong. We're not even halfway through the fight. So I did my part. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, each one has 2 forms? Bro, I might just auto this. I might just auto this and like leave. Man, you know what? Actually, I'm really tempted to just boot up Spider-Man. This isn't difficult, right? Like if I wanted to, I could totally just auto this. I'm not gonna do it, but I could totally just auto this and just play Batman. The video would then be Batman, which isn't really, you know. Like I'm all for screwing around during these like off-season videos, but let's keep it focused on Dokkan, right? I don't remember. I feel like this one is too new for me to just like take for granted. Okay, that's round 2. God, we got 2 more. Okay, so we got this dude going first. So let's do this. And we'll do this. And then we'll do this. I didn't pick up a physical one, so we're lacking a little bit of defense in slot 3, but we aight. We aight. Nice. Okay. Right. Right. Does he super twice? I don't remember. Okay, so we'll do this. I could put AGL slot 1 just to kind of like, you know, goof around, but I want to get this done quick because this actually is going to be a pretty lengthy video just on its own. I don't need to screw around and make this take longer. I got my rent money. I got my 30 cents. Thank you guys. Appreciate you real ones who click on these videos. Normally I format my videos. I was actually talking to one of you guys in the comments about this because somebody was asking me about my burst mode video and I actually forgot that I did one. And the reason for that is because during these down periods, the normal YouTube video, like this is not too many of you guys are maybe aware of this. Like if this is your job, where, you know, you have to adapt to the ever-changing YouTube climate. You have to get used to shorts. You have to get used to like titling your videos differently. There were like monetization changes that happens like for channels that have mature language and stuff like that. So like you have to constantly be willing to adjust in order to make your content like, you know, survive the changes. And during these down periods, I've found that when people are not too engaged with Dokkan, which happens, you know, like Dokkan has its ups and downs. When it has its downs, if I continue to use my normal naming traditions for my videos, where I put something in, you know, all caps first, and then what the title or like what the video is about, and then Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, sometimes that rigid structure kind of just screams boring during a boring time. So that's why you might have noticed I've been changing my approach in terms of these like lesser videos. This doesn't have much bearings on like, you know, when we get to anniversary stuff, I'm not gonna be doing this too often. But for, you know, off-season times when I'm just doing stuff where I'm like goofing around with a daily mission or something like that, you might see videos like this. So if anything, let this be a lesson for like down the road. If you are wondering like where something might be during these sorts of celebrations, just know they'll probably still be there, but they're not exactly titled appropriately. And I know that that actually sounds kind of bad, but it's also what I got to do to survive, dude. Like when I make videos on burst mode, nobody cares. Nobody wants to watch burst mode. So the videos just do terribly. But when I put meme titles and meme thumbnails, people are kind of interested. You know, like what can I say? People kind of care. That's good. Good for me. Hey, he's dead. All right. Two. Move on to the next one. Last one, right? Tell me this is the last one. I want to get out of here. I want to go home. I don't know what any of these guys do. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Let's do that. Oh, Dokkan attack coming up.
Time to get serious.
Not really. There's still one more stage after this. So we'll get, oh my God, what the?
Gonna go all out.
I'll get serious later. By the way, guys, I just recorded my own solo Legends video. That'll be dropping in a couple of days. I know most of you guys, if not all of you, are Dokkan only, but please consider checking those out because I do enjoy Legends, and this is going to be the start of a solo series that I will be doing by myself. So you guys can watch. It's going to be well edited, so you guys can watch and check out the goofiness and the stupidity from yours truly without that horrible person, Goresh. It'll just be the adventures of Joey Wheeler. No Kaiba. No Seto Kaiba. By the way, I got a few things I got to tell y'all. All right, I've said this on streams, but I'm going to say it again. The dub is by far and away, in my opinion, superior in terms of music. There's only one song in Yu-Gi-Oh! In the sub that's better, and that's Passionate Duelist, which everyone will agree. But besides that, man, I hate the music on the JP side. I think it pales in comparison to the dub. That's my opinion. The next thing, man, is that show so much darker in the sub. Joey straight up dies against Merrick. Also, the preview before that episode, Taya does this preview, like Taya does the narration for the previews going into the next episode. So she'll say stuff and then like, you know, they'll kind of comment on things. Taya says, Joey, don't die. I mean, she doesn't say it like that, but she's saying it in Japanese, right? Jonochku, don't die, right? And then 1 second later, they show the title for the next episode and it says, new episode, Jonochku, Shinasu, something like that. And he's just like, she says, don't die. And then the episode's called Joey Dies. But man, they made it so dark and so emotional. Oof. I'm loving Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Loving it. Been loving the adventure. Back into sub. Who knows? Maybe at the end of this, I might, you know, throw on the occasional Master Duel or dueling stream. I don't know. This has been fun. Ore no ta. Watashi no ta.
ドロモンスターカード。
All right, man, are we done? Come on. Oh my god, wait, did blue Rose clone just get hit? He had like 90 plus dodge. What? All right, this has to be it. We're out. All right, so let's do that. And let's do that. And let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on this day's daily missions. Make sure you guys stay on top of this stuff. The more responsible of a Dokkaner you are, the better off you're going to be, especially during the big time celebrations. Big time celebration coming up in just a couple of days. Y'all should be logging in now. For those of you who hate Dokkan right now, too bad. Log in, get your stones, get your missions, and get out. In the next week, if you were to do that, you would get about 30 dragon stones. Minimum. Just do it. It's easy. All right, so now that we've cleared this, we're gonna get our rainbow tickets. We're gonna do our final check for the video, and then that'll be it. There it is. 14 minutes. That was a record, really? So there it is. We got it. Battle hardened formidable foes done. We could have probably just autoed that, but you know, I want manual. So where does that leave our total? Our total now for the free tickets on the Turles banner, 29 out of 35. That's right. You can earn up to 35 free tickets, 7 from the EX missions, and then another 28 from daily missions spanning 2 weeks, with each mission giving you 2 tickets apiece. You can use them all together at the end. You can use them all separately. It doesn't matter because there's no GSSR. They're all basically singles. You would be using them in a group just purely out of the sake of convenience. On the final day, if you are saving up these tickets like I'm planning on doing, and you want to use them all in one lump sum, do keep in mind you have 1 day after obtaining the 34th and 35th ticket to actually use these. This isn't like before where you have a while to actually spend them. No. You got to use them right away. So keep that in mind. Save up, Dokkan responsibly, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be rewarded for it. Better yet, if you don't get rewarded for it, all that good juju that you've built up with this responsible Dokkaning for 2 weeks, oh, it's going to pay off big time. It'll either pay off during the upcoming Tanabata celebration or maybe during GDC. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave in the comments, how many tickets do you have or have you spent? How many Dragon Stones do you have? Out of the Batman or Superman games, so like the Arkham Batman or the new like Insomniac Spider-Man games, which hero game series do you like more? Do you like the Batman more? Do you like the Spider-Man more? I think I like Batman more. Combat is great on both, but Batman, like Arkham Batman, I feel like is the best portrayal of combat, dare I say, in any game. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let you know when I see more of myself doing. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned and I support Dokkan responsibly.